kind of defending your boss.
It was absolutely defending.
So in any other world,
not just my boss, my brother.
Your brother.
Yeah.
So in any other world, when you do that, you defend your brother, who is your boss, you actually get rewarded for that. There's no downfall to that when it's a real world. But this is the industry. You had to quickly learn that.
Yeah.
Because you really had to go from 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah.
At that incident.
You know what happened with Diddy, with Brother Love? Mm-hmm. I don't really blame that on him now,
right? As
much as I did then, because I did go through a stage of bitterness.
You're human.
But in retrospect, I blame it more on the lawyers that were advising him
to separate the case
than him, because his lawyers were there, to secure a not guilty verdict by any means.
Right.
He's a corporation, $100 million corporation, and they look at me as the enemy. Now, this is
you didn't feel like
this is how many years ago? This is 20-something years ago.
20-something years.
So Puff is still young, relatively.
What is it? 1999.
1999,
okay.
2000.
Damn.
So he's much younger then, and it's a lot of pressure. He's about to lose everything. I'm about to lose everything.
Right.
I'm from that though. Right? Diddy is a musician. He's a great musician, great executive. Great entertainer, but he wasn't from that.
Right.
So his response shouldn't be expected to be my response. And then when your lawyers and maybe other people are misleading you and misguiding you, I think that's how everything fell apart. And he said that to me.
Right. It's beautiful.
He said, man, I'm sorry, man. I should have never listened to those lawyers.
That's real.
And I forgave him.
That's real.
But it was traumatic.
Yeah, still.
So I will forgive him, and then you might hear me a few months later.
Yeah.
Still stings. Going in on him.
Yeah.
But again, that was over a decade ago.
Right.
And I was in a different space then. And today, I'm all about how I'm going to impact the world, building relationships, and forgiveness is a part of that. I can't carry 23 years ago with me in a negative way.
Yeah.
I carried 23 years ago
deep shit right there.
With me, all the good from 23 years.
That's
the bad, I take the wisdom out of it, I take the lessons out of it, and I use it for the next 23 years, how I'm gonna master this chessboard.
That's hard.
Right?
That's hard. You know what I always say? I always say forgiveness